is, and of course, Evan, the great Ev Meister, who looks after Boaties. It is a bit of NRL news, Brian. Now, this has got a bit of Tom Brady. Actually, I'll bring you in, tourist. This story around Tom Trbojevic and Michael Chammas reporting this in the Sydney Morning Herald. Now, the NRL has rejected a request by, if you didn't think it was already a ripper bloke, by Tom Trbojevic to take a $750,000 pay cut in the salary cap over the next 2 years as a gesture of good faith. The Seagulls fullback, who has been plagued by injuries over the past 5 years, applied to reduce his $1.15 million salary by almost a quarter after he was sidelined for 2 months following a hamstring injury against the Dolphins back at round 10. But the NRL salary cap auditor rejected the proposal on the grounds allowing a player to take a voluntary pay cut would set a dangerous precedent and might encourage rival clubs to pressure their players to do likewise to create salary cap space. Now, Tourist, this is something that Tom Brady did for years and years and years.
Yeah, he mainly did it during the off-season when he was signing a new deal.
Yeah, so he just took less.
He just took less.
Yeah, prior to it being signed, I understand.
Yes, but no, he did it for years. Yeah. Make sure
Well,
team-friendly deals, they call it.
But we were speaking on this very show a week ago, around these real top-heavy contracts, Turbo, Kalen Ponga. It's really hard to win, isn't it? Like when you've got so much in one player. Can I just ask you this, boys, as a bit of a hypothetical? If in this situation, Tom Trbojevic was getting paid, now this has been after, like, is there anything actually to stop him paying another player? Honestly, like, is there anything? Hypothetically, it's the same player and it's the same pool of money.
Yep.
If he said, okay, we've signed this bloke who's got a carpenter trade, I want to give you $200,000 to be a carpenter. They're not really cheating the cap. They're still spending the same amount of money. Tom can spend his money how he likes.
He could.
We've never seen this.
To be devil's advocate, he could say, Tommy could pay him for some sort of help
it wouldn't matter.
In defence or training.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Or buy. He could buy.
Well, he could go buy gym equipment.
Whatever.
What about the Tommy Turbo gym?
That's right.
So he's $750. He's donating it back to the gym.
Starts a business where he pays for it. Look, there's actually nothing.
Tax write-off.
But that's not salary cap rorting, is it?
The salary cap's salary cap. He can do it with.
Once he gets his money, he pays his tax, and he can do what he wants.
Yep.
If you want to pay a teammate, honestly, it's a fair question where the NRL said no to this, and I understand why they've said no to this, but there's nothing, I don't think, that would prevent Tommy Turbo spending his money on whomever he likes.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Interesting. It's just something out there. Record crowd. I love this. David Riccio on the Daily Telegraph. The Bulldogs, and we'll have the call, by the way, SEN this Friday. The Bulldogs are looking at their biggest regular season match against the Seagulls. The crowd at Accor is around 30 to 35,000 for their top 8 clash with Manly.
Awesome.
It would also be the biggest crowd for a standalone Friday 6 p.m. match, not including Magic Round, of 28,716 who went and saw the Storm take on the Warriors. But that was on Anzac Day.
Yeah, awesome. This would be great because it's going to be, as we mentioned, it's going to be hot. She's going to be 29 degrees.
Yeah.
So go out to the wave pool.
Yep.
All you Bulldog supporters, because I know you're froth.
How far is it from there, Brian?
5-minute drive.
Could you park at the same place and get it all done, or was it a bit hard?
You could. Oh, you'd have to. No,
you'd park at the surfing.
You can park at the surfing, but
and then go.
And you can walk.
Yep.
No, it's solid. That would be a great day.
Yeah.
Because I know heaps of the Bulldog supporters are surfers. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Seen them out there.
I love that. Well, that's a way to get the bloody Manly supporters over the bridge, isn't it?
Another one.
Sell them some tickets, do a bit of a deal.
That's how. Now you're thinking.
Yep. Now we're thinking. Just on that as well, and I spoke about this. That's the penultimate, Brian, Friday game.
It is
6 p.m.
Yeah. Second last.
The Spoon Bowl is the next one.
At 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock at Campbelltown,
awesome.
and the club are very confident they'll sell it out, or just about. And you go back to 2011, I shared this the other day, but Gold Coast played Parramatta. Timmy Manor was telling this story. They played for a Spoon Bowl. Parramatta win comfortably in the end. Halfback was Luke Burt in that game. Anyway, the Gold Coast at home, that was one of their biggest crowds of the year. 18,500 people. The last game of the year for a Spoon Bowl.
There's interest.
Turned up. Trust me, it'll be pumping Campbelltown in a fortnight.
Of course it will. Protest, please, Turi.
Tickets, protest.
So we've got David, who's a tax lawyer.
Mm.
David says Tom would have to pay tax on his total taxable income. If he paid a teammate, it's not tax deductible against income. It's financial suicide. David, tax lawyer. But he's not worried. He doesn't want the money.
No, but he's like, okay.
Oh, he's going to get taxed twice, is he?
I think, David, you need to clarify this, David, but we appreciate that. So if Tommy Turbo is paid his money and he pays for services elsewhere, I think what he's saying is that that'd be also, okay, no, David, we'll put it this way. Say that he buys something from said player, so it's not a service.
Yeah.
He buys something.
Okay.
Or does he then have to pay, does that second player have to pay tax as well?
Second
double
player
taxed?
would. Second player would.
As well as Tommy?
Yeah, because Tommy's buying a service or something off him.
No, but I think what David's saying is that, say that he was to gift a player 200 grand, he's probably got to earn 400 for that to happen. Anyway, David, jump on the phone even
Fumbles
better.
wants to know, if Turbo paid another player, wouldn't that be treated as third-party payment, same as anyone topping up a player? From Fumbles, is that third party? Not if he wants to pay a player to do drills outside of. He goes, I like the way you coach.
Yeah.
Just tell me how I can get my speed.
I love how you dress. Can you dress me? There'd have to be somewhere there.
There's a loophole.
There's a hole of the loop for sure. Titans shut down Star back 2024. This is via the Titans Direct. AJ Brimson. Geez, I tell you what, he's a great player, AJ, but he finds it very, very hard to string together a full season. AJ will finish his 2024 season early after being sent for surgery on his groin that has hampered his finish to the year. He's only 25, so there's plenty of time, but he'll get a jump start in his rehab to ensure his available return for pre-season duties, which is totally understandable. And Keanu Kinney, I was having a look at the average run meters and runs per match. Keanu Kinney is right up there alongside Dylan Edwards.
And Teddy?
Yeah.
Teddy levels?
Yep. He's right up there for...
Well, your halfback has to be like that now.
Your fullback?
Yeah, sorry, your fullback.
Yeah.
Your fullback has to be running those numbers.
Yeah, and Keanu Kinney's doing that. He's absolutely doing that. Joe Chan, we like him. He's re-signed with the Storm. This is the interesting thing, Brian, where you get to this stage of the year, whether it's the Roosters, Panthers, Sharks, whoever, Canterbury Bulldogs, or the Melbourne Storm. Yes, the team might be well and truly on track to play in a grand final, but to make that 17, is Joey Chan going to be there? Is Tyron Wishart going to be there? Where's Sua Falongo, if they're to be there? Where's Green Anderson? It's Alec McDonald. He'll be there. He's been solid all year, but
Tyron Wishart will be there, you'd imagine.
He has to be.
Have to be.
He's in front of Sua Falongo, isn't he?
They don't have many injuries, do they? Is Remus injured?
No, Remus is gone, isn't he?
Is he left? He's
gone next year.
No, I'm talking about this year. Is he around?
Well, they've got Jack Howarth.
Jackie Howarth seems to have leapfrogged him.
Yep. And even Grant Anderson, unfortunately. But and by the way, Wishy's going to join us tomorrow.
Oh, which one?
Tyron.
Oh, okay.
Tyron Wishart's going to join us tomorrow, but then again, you never know.
Could we do a three-way? Could we get Rod on as well?
Well, we've done a three-way last week. The Couchman boys, Toby and Ryan, they were pretty good. There you go. Anyway, there's the bulk of it. The NRL news update thanks to Bodie's, the original and best clear protein water. Coming up next, a bit of a sports bet update. It's a run home with Joel and Fletch.